The friend in my adversity I shall always cherish most. I can better trust those who have helped to relieve the gloom of my dark hours than those who are so ready to enjoy with me the sunshine of my prosperity. If we are to have another contest in the near future of our national existence, I predict that the dividing line will not be Mason and Dixon's but between patriotism and intelligence on the one side and superstition, ambition, and ignorance on the other. But my later experience has taught me two lessons. First, that things are seen plainer after events have occurred. Second, that the most confident critics are generally those who know the least about the matter criticized. I only knew what was in my mind and I wished to express it clearly. In every battle, there comes a time when both sides consider themselves beaten, then who continues the attack wins. The art of war is simple enough. Find out where your enemy is, get at him as soon as you can, strike him as hard as you can, and keep moving on. I have never advocated war except as means of peace. So seek peace but prepare for war because war never changes. War is like winter and winter is coming. There are but few important events in the affairs of men brought about by their own choice. I know only two tunes. One of them is Yankee Doodle, the other isn't. I propose to fight it out on this line if it takes all summer. Leave the matter of religion to the family altar, the church, and the private school supported entirely by private contributions. Keep the church and state forever separate. I have never advocated war except as means of peace. There never was a time when, in my opinion, some way could not be found to prevent the drawing of the sword. The distant rear of an army engaged in battle is not the best place from which to judge correctly what is going on in front. The darkest day of my life was the day I heard of Lincoln's assassination. I did not know what it meant. Here was the rebellion put down in the field and starting up in the gutters. No other terms than unconditional and immediate surrender. I propose to move immediately upon your works. As time passes, people even of the South will begin to wonder how it was possible that their ancestors even fought for or justified institutions which acknowledged the right of property in man. The line between the rebel and Union element in Georgetown was so marked that it led to divisions even in the churches. There were churches in that part of Ohio where reason was preached regularly, and where to secure membership. Hostility to the government, to the war, and to the liberation of the slaves was more essential than a belief in the authenticity or credibility of the Bible. There were men in Georgetown who filled all the requirements for membership in these churches. The most confident critics are generally those who know the least about the matter criticized. To maintain peace in the future, it is necessary to be prepared for war. Two commanders on the same field are always one too many. The fact is, I think I am a verb instead of a personal pronoun. A verb is anything that signifies to be, to do, to suffer. I signify all three. I am not aware of ever having used a profane expletive in my life, but I would have the charity to excuse those who may have done so if they were in charge of a train of Mexican packed mules at that time. I believe that if our country ever comes into trial again, young men will spring up equal to the occasion, and if one fails, there will be another to take his place. I believe it has never been my misfortune to be placed where I lost my presence of mind, unless indeed it has been where thrown in strange company, particularly of ladies.